All right, yeah, we're ready to roll.
Okay, I can stop anytime.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalan puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor into the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba. Throws it down for the 2. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Gus in Waupun. Ready for some boys baseball action in the East Central Conference. The Waupun Warriors taking on their conference foe, and great rivalry between these two schools, the Waupun Warriors and the Ripon Tigers, and they're going to go at it on the baseball field here today. I'm Steve Witterhack, and Jeff Sauer joining me. We're video streaming tonight. In case you're listening on the radio, you can also watch it on Radio Plus. And looking forward to a great rivalry game between these two teams. They've had some great games in the past.
Yeah, recently Ripon's been a little bit down, and I haven't really taken a look, and you probably have more information on Ripon. But prior to, I would say, to COVID, the 2019 season, these two teams were constantly battling towards the top for a conference title, as well as regional titles or sectional titles if you keep going back. So it should be a fantastic game again tonight.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the highlights of my calling baseball career was the game that they had against Ripon and that doubleheader that they had for sectional semifinal, sectional championship, and Waupun winning, I think, against Ripon 2-0 and then 1-0 against Catholic Memorial, a higher-ranked team. And those two games, just some great pitching for Waupun, and they squeaked that run across the plate to get themselves to the state tournament, and then they took care of business at the state tournament. But yeah, it was just a fun memory, and Ripon, of course, having their opportunities and some great plays that I can think of during that game with Waupun and Ripon that's prevented them from scoring in that ball game. But again, they've got a rich history, and this should be a great game here in conference play. We'll talk a little bit more about the game on your Home and Auto Sales pregame show in just a few minutes. Steve and Jeff with you here with Waupun Warrior Baseball on Radio Plus.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun in Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. all you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
We are back with more of the Home and Auto Sales pregame show. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer. And Waupun having themselves a great season so far, sitting at 11-1 on the season, coached by Derek Stanke. Coaches Dan Jonas and Derek out there meeting right now with the officials at home plate. And Waupun just had a really nice tournament that they hosted this past weekend. They do this tournament every year. It's the DeBoer Diamond Classic, and I've got the trophy right behind me. And they don't have the new name of the champion etched in there, but Waupun's going to be going on there next. They went 3-0 in their tournament, knocking off Lakeland 11-4. They beat a very good Beloit Turner team who's ranked in the top 10. They beat them 7-4, and then they knocked off West Tosha Central in the last game 10-6. So, again, a very impressive showing in the DeBoer Diamond Classic. We're just about ready to bring you the game. We'll have the starting lineups in the beginning of tonight's game. Waupun at home against the Ripon Tigers. Boys baseball action right here on RP Sports.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
And Steve with us here at the Other Power Main Street in downtown Waupun. It is springtime here, Steve. Let's get the Bucks back on track. Brewers playing okay.
We'd like to get the patio opened up. Every time we try to do it, it snows on us. So patio's going to be open soon. Stop down, watch some Brewers, some Bucks, have some great food.
You do a meat raffle a couple times a month, and you're looking for charities, nonprofits that could use a little assistance, use a little help. Talk about that, how it works.
Every other Sunday, we run a meat raffle here at 2 o'clock. Proceeds all go towards a local charity, foundation, even a person in need that someone may know of that has large medical bills. Try to do this to give back to the community. Everything that we make up, it goes right back to the foundation or whatever it might be. We are in need of some more to keep this meat raffle going. Prefer to give the money away than to stockpile it for something else. If you have a cause, call us up at the bar here, get a hold of myself or Andy, and we can work with you to set something up.
With the details there. The Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Stop on by for daily specials here too, Steve, right?
Yep, always good food, always something fun to do, so come check it out.
Thank you, sir. Have a great week.
You too.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, we are back and just about ready to bring you some Waupun Warrior baseball action. Let's take a look at Waupun defensively. Jay Krieger, sophomore on the mound, 1-1 on the season, 2.33 ERA, 25 strikeouts, only 7 walks, 15 innings pitched this season for the Warriors. Hunter Camp behind home plate. Chase Beam is over at first base. Bryant Ferris is at second. Evan Sauer, the shortstop. Emmett Hull is over at third base. Left to right in the outfield for the Warriors, Conrad Davis, Mason Holtz, and Ethan Cunningham. The batting order for the Ripon Tigers, Adam Sina is the third baseman, and batting first, Mason Killam is the left fielder. Batting third will be Jacob Riddick, the shortstop. Then first baseman Shea Otto. Henry Willett is the pitcher, and batting fifth, followed by Max Belling. He is the catcher. Then right fielder Jackson Banks. R.J. Biza is a designated hitter, batting eighth, and rounding out the batting order is Nolan Dragolovich and he is their second baseman. Defensively, they'll throw Coy DeVries out in center field, and we are ready to play some baseball here tonight. Some conference baseball and some rivalry baseball. Waupun taking on and hosting the Ripon Tigers. And these two teams do meet coming up on Thursday over at Ripon. Kind of nice up here, Jeff. They got a heater going, so it's a few degrees,
right.
A few degrees warmer in here. We're out of the wind is the main thing. So.
Big difference from last night.
Oh,
and we commented on it. And again, it's not a bash against Oakfield, but it's great to have some internet access as well.
Yeah, that's right. First pitch, and that one is hit out toward the center field and playing shallow anyway. Mason Holtz, he just comes up a few steps and hauls it in. One pitch, one out. Nice start here for Waupun.
Been playing some pretty solid defense when you take a look at the scores that they had put up there against the DeBoer Classic team. So good defense, good pitching, and the offense was rolling. Let's see if they can keep it rolling here.
Mason Killam now, the left fielder up to bat, right-handed hitter. Ripon down as 3-3 so far on the season. That's what they had listed. You can't find any stats on him, can't find any roster on him, and luckily just had a couple extra, 2 or 3 extra guys here, and so it wasn't a big roster that we had to try to find. So we got that all put in the books ahead of time. And the last game for Ripon was on Friday. Last Friday they knocked off Winneconne by a score of 5-2. Ripon sitting at 3-2 in the East Central Conference. Waupun at 4-0. Nice pitch there by Krieger, coming inside and fighting it off and fouling it off. He has Killam. Count is now 1-2.
So I can't say that I have ever seen them wear these uniforms. Is this a new uniform set for the Warriors?
I've seen it coming down here watching a few games. I just happen to be at the Little League Diamonds. That one is going to miss just off the plate. No offer from Killam. Yeah, I saw it when I came and brought my grandsons over here when they were practicing over at the Little League Diamonds, and so I have seen it before.
I like it. It's a nice look.
2-2 pitch, and that one goes off from Krieger, and then that kind of stops it from going any further, maybe about 10 feet past Krieger. Kind of got hit right towards, tried to reach back to get it, just couldn't quite get it, but did. You know, he's going to have a little visit out to the mound by the home plate umpire and also Derek Stanke, because it was a line drive right back at him off his body, and safe at first base is Killam with a one-out single.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It looked like he I should have played the instant replay to really look, but it looked like he reached down with his pitching hand. Again, athletes, an automatic reaction when you see the ball, try to get it, and I think it kind of hit the tips of his fingers. So hopefully they'll give him a couple of warm-up pitches maybe just to see, because that's what I'm seeing right now when he's looking at the ball.
Yeah, so I can't tell the batter getting ready to come up. I'm just going to let him throw a few. But his head kind of thrust back a little bit too, like maybe there was a little pain or something.
Yeah,
he threw that one just fine. So again, a runner at first base, one down, top of the first inning, just getting going. Only a few pitches into the ball game, and then Jake gets nailed with the ball.
Yeah, it's 44 degrees, so that's got to sting quite a bit out here.
Oh. It took a while. My fingers were numb when I left the Oakfield game yesterday. I sat outside, and you were inside that little fishing shack that they have over in Oakfield. But still, they're so friendly when you go over there, so hospitable with Doug Mock being the activities director, and they take care of us pretty good.
Yeah, I would say. And we're finding that out quite a bit, Steve. And wherever we've gone, they've been pretty hospitable for us.
First pitch misses, makes the count 1-0 into Jacob Riddick, the shortstop. Next one, a called strike, puts the count at 1-1. Yeah, I can't say there's any place where they really kind of don't want us there and don't have the time for us. Ooh, a swing and a miss. Nasty little pitch there by Jake. The top of it on the swing was Riddick. Down to the count, 1-2.
So you said you weren't able to find out much about Ripon, huh? Did they have any of their ages of what we're looking at for players?
No, just had a general between 14 and 18. Fly ball out to right field, and that's hauled in by Ethan Cunningham, keeping the runner over at first base. No, I didn't see anything, not a roster, so I can see what class they're in or anything like that. So,
yeah, so we were commenting before on other games that we've been broadcasting was how young the teams are that they've been facing and the youth movement that's going on and how well the young teams are performing.
Yeah, Waupun with the real young teams, both on the softball and baseball diamond. Of course, the girls basketball team that went to state and back to the state tournament, they've got everybody coming back. Not one senior on that team, and a lot of really good players coming back for the boys basketball team. So the future is bright. A lot of really experienced younger players that are coming up in the program. This one is down in the dirt on the pitch into Shea Otto, the first baseman.
Nice stop there by Hunter Camp behind the plate.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Hunter play, whether it's basketball on the basketball court out there or out here in baseball. He's a scrappy player and just knows his role out there, and just a frustrating little defender on the basketball court. He'll take on guys a foot taller than him, like the player from Ripon during the season, and he just frustrated him over the last couple of years, put him on him and just hounds him.
Big heart out there.
Next pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. He's one of the two seniors for Waupun. They also have Conrad Davis out in left field, and those are the only two seniors they have on the entire roster.
And they both are contributors, too, so it's good.
Yeah, runner goes. Here goes a throw to second base, and this one's going to squirt past the second baseman, Bryant Ferris. And runner safe over at second, so now they have a runner in scoring position with a 3-2 count to Shea Otto. Henry Willett awaiting on deck.
Initially, I thought it was going to be a really good throw. It just kind of short-hopped right at the base and kind of ate up the Warriors' Bryant Ferris.
Comes the 3-2 pitch. Big old curveball coming in there, and that is fought off and fouled on the ground over on the third base side. Anything you want to let us know and cheer on your teams, whether you're from Waupun or Ripon, make sure you just hit the chat there and send us a message. Love to hear from you. The 3-2 pitch for Jake Krieger. Again, kind of jumped on that one, but ahead of it. Took a little off it and tried to get it to hook into the strike zone. So another foul ball keeps the count at 3-2 and making Jake work to get this last out. No work for that first out, just one pitch and got it. But
I think it's really gutsy pitching. He's thrown two curveballs here on a 3-2 count.
Yeah, he must feel comfortable with that pitch. And he brings a fastball, jams him. Oh, that one's going to go underneath Krieger's glove, but it's going to get picked up at second by Ferris and gets the out over at first base. So they do get a base hit. One runner stranded at second, and nobody scores after one half of inning. No score in the ball game on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard back in 90 seconds with the bottom half of inning number 1 on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
A reminder for everyone that Bent's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Bent's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Bent's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard-to-get-to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Okay, we are back for the bottom half of inning number 1. Steve Winterhack along with Jeff Sauer. Also have the golden voice of Scott Van Galen in here with us and just nailed the national anthem here today again. So
always does an amazing job for the Warrior Sports.
So here we go. Let's take a look at Waupun's batting order. Emmett Hull will start things out, followed by Mason Holtz. Batting third is Evan Sauer. Cleanup batter Jake Krieger. Then Chase Beam. And he's followed by Ethan Cunningham, Brian Ferris, Conrad Davis, and Hunter Camp. And on the mound for Ripon is Henry Willett, right-handed pitcher. Gets a strike past Hull for strike one. Max Belling behind home plate. Shea Otto is the first baseman. Nolan Dragalovich is the second baseman. Jacob Riddick over at short. Third baseman is Adam Sina. Mason Killam out in left field. Coy DeVries in center field. And Jackson Banks is the right fielder. Boy, gets that one to drop right in the strike zone for a called strike. Puts the count at 1-2 for Emmett.
Starting him out here with 3 straight curveballs.
Brings a fastball, and that's spanked out to left center field and drops in for a leadoff single for Waupun.
Emmett, just a freshman, if I remember.
Yep, one of the freshmen out there, but a talented one, and he's got a pretty good season going, actually, with a bat in his hand, batting .378 with 12 RBIs.
Yeah, he's doing an amazing job, and I just couldn't. I mean, go back to the days of Coach DeBoer, freshman. You never saw him on the.
Oh, a ball, a throw over to first base, and it's going to go way out. Nobody backing up, and Hull's going to get himself all the way over to third base. Costly throw over there. Right fielder wasn't backing it up, and got all the way over to the fence on the warning track along the fence, past the first baseman, and Hull easily, with no throw over to third base, getting over to third.
Good hustle, too. We've talked about the speed that this Warrior team has.
Very aggressive, and they got the speed to back it up. And that's sliced out to the opposite field. It's going to drop in and get past the left fielder for a little bit, and it's going to be an RBI double for Holtz, who he slides in head first over at second, but beautiful bit of hitting right down the line over on the left field side for the left-handed hitter. And a great hit there, a double and an RBI for Mason Holtz.
Couldn't have placed it out there any better.
No.
With it tailing away from the left fielder. There's no way he was going to catch up to it, and Mason keeps it RBI streak rolling.
Waupun with 2 batters and 2 hits, and that'll bring up Evan Sauer to the plate. Evan so far on the season, batting .295, 14 RBIs, 8 doubles that lead the team in that category. And 16 stolen bases also to lead the team with that. That does a great job out there, Evan. Yeah, when he first came up as a freshman, they had him behind home plate. He was the catcher for that season. Did just an unbelievable job, and just one of those kids you can put him anywhere, and he's going to produce for you. And he's rock solid shortstop out there and getting it done with his bat, too.
They really needed to keep him in the lineup as a freshman. They just needed to find a spot, and they didn't have a catcher, and he stepped up and.
Then we got a nice little message from Shannon Marie. A few juniors for Ripon. Henry is a senior. Otto is a freshman. DeVries, I believe they say, is a freshman. Riddick Jr. Sina is a junior. Also Killam a junior. And Dragalovich a freshman. So they got this youth movement going there. And who else do they have? Belling a junior. And we're not going to hold you accountable, but at least that's more than what we have. We have nothing. We have nothing because there's nothing.
Couldn't find anything posted out there on Wish Sports.
And this is it up the middle. A base hit for Evan Sauer, and that's going to score a run. Waupun now leading 2-0. So 3 batters, 3 base hits, and 2 runs across the plate. Waupun leading 2-0.
Thanks again for posting that information, and please jump in there anytime that you want. Again, these kids like to go back and watch this stuff, and if we're mispronouncing something or we miss something or you got some stats for us, that would be fantastic. So thanks again. It doesn't have to be just the home team. We'd like that for Ripon.
Well, it's an even broadcast. We got a Waupun graduate in me.
And a Ripon graduate in me, yeah.
So thanks for joining us, Shannon Marie, and that information. Yeah, everybody welcome, whether you're from Waupun, Ripon, wherever. Maybe grandparents are down in Arizona or something like that. And got some friends that always go down, are snowbirds there for 6 months down in Florida, and they were supposed to come last weekend home, but they said, no, we saw the weather forecast. We're going to stay down here in the heat for another week or 2.
Can't blame them.
Next pitch catches the outside part of the plate. The pitch by Willett makes the count 2-1 to Jake Krieger. That runner at first base, 2 runs across the plate, 2-0 early in the ball game here in the first inning. Upon leading Ripon and going is Sauer. And
he's doubled off.
He's going to get doubled up. That was kind of a weak hit ball right over in the first baseman. Shea Otto grabs it, goes back to first, and touches it for the double play. So just like that, 2 outs for Waupun.
It was a nice job there by the first baseman again for Ripon. I don't know if I got to check and see if my instant replay is up and running. It is. I'll have to remember that.
So again, a double play there, all in the hands of Shea Otto. On a hit and run, so there's no way. Evan was just hung out to dry, so he is out. 2 bases are now clear, and that'll bring up Waupun's freshman, Chase Beam. Told his mom was running the concession stand right now. I kind of call him the man-child because he's as a freshman, he's a pretty solid, strong-looking kid out there, and he's been getting himself some varsity experience.
As she said, he's an in-season athlete. So, yes, he was out there for the hockey team as well. And with his size, he did a great job there helping out on the defensive end.
Asked his mom what's his favorite sport, and she says whatever sport it is in season, that's what his favorite sport is, where his brother was all hockey. And I heard he's healing well now. He had broke his elbow.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. What's his situation hockey-wise? What is he playing in right now?
He's a forward. He's playing right now in the USHL. So he's playing for the Omaha. I cannot think of their nickname right now. Lancers, I think that's correct. And he's got a full ride right now to go to Clarkson out east for college. So it's an amazing feat for a young man from Waupun, and he's represented really well.
3-2 the count for Chase Beam, and Beam got beamed on that one. No, doesn't matter.
I think it was a 3-2 count, so he ended up
he got the walk anyway, but he did a good job getting out of the way. He was quick with that.
Looks better on the pitching stats when it's a walk instead of the hit by pitch.
Ethan Cunningham, the right fielder, coming in now for Waupun. Does an offer on the first pitch, but a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Ethan batting .333 on the season. Some nice batting averages for Waupun up and down the lineup. So 2 down. That runner at first, 2 runs across the plate. Waupun with 3 hits in this first inning, so a great start for the Warriors.
Yeah, the only game that they really did not get their offense rolling was that Laconia game. That's the one they lost. And still, they scored 8 runs, but it just was only in a couple of innings.
Ooh, now that is a hit by pitch. Right in the middle, right between the shoulder blades for Ethan Cunningham, and he'll take the walk up the base paths. He survived that just fine. And that will bring up Bryant Ferris, the second baseman. What's Bryant's doing on the season? Bryant batting .250. Batting in that number 7 slot. Conrad Davis awaiting on deck. So Waupun again threatening. After getting doubled up, the next 2 guys, boy, that one's high and tight too, making those Waupun hitters a little uneasy with the bat up there by home plate.
Yeah, Willett had such good control over the first couple of batters, but I think because they were hitting him, it kind of made him frustrated.
Next one is chopped towards third, but that's going to be just foul. Puts the count at 1-1 to Bryant. And we're not sure what we're doing yet on Thursday, are we? That's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, we're supposed to be broadcasting over at Schlevy, which first I haven't been over there. The only time I was there was when Caleb played as a freshman over there. Otherwise, I haven't been out to the Schlevy field in forever.
Big cut on the next one. Off the bat a little bit, right in the glove of Belling, the catcher. Called, so it's a strike after that. Count is now 1-2 into Bryant.
Yeah, it's CWC playing against Oakfield. It should be a good contest, but it's a 4 o'clock start.
Ooh, that one just off the plate. Henry thought maybe he had him on that one. He's going to take a step towards the dugout. Good pitch, though. It's a nice little place. We had to make Bryant think a little bit on that one, but no offer. Makes the count 2-2. It's a pitch from Willett. Takes a little off it. Tries to bend one in, but it drops below the strike zone. Puts the count now at 3-2.
Gutsy not taking that swing at that one in the pitch before because it was a really good pitch.
And runners going on the 3-2 pitch, and that one's going to miss inside, and Bryant Ferris gets issued a walk. I tell you, a couple of those balls were not far off the plate.
No, not at all.
Ferris got himself a walk. Now bases loaded for Waupun. Big opportunity. Got senior Conrad Davis stepping up to the plate. Got some key hits in some of the games that I've seen. Just with a 182 batting average, but I've seen him Get some hits, and man, the kid can run.
Yeah. Well, and again, he's finally healthy. I mean, he hasn't been healthy since his freshman year.
And that was the other mom that was inside the concession stand. Conrad's mom was in there. Used to work with her back in my other career eons ago. 2-0 the count to Conrad. That one's going to bounce past the catcher and get past him, and Waupun's going to score another run. Everybody advances one base. Beam comes in from third. Waupun now leads 3-0 on a new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard.
I don't think this is the start that Ripon was looking for.
No. 3-0 count into Davis taking all the way, and a fastball finds a strike zone. Strike one. Count is now 3-1. And a couple guys in scoring position. Waupun would love to see if they can get a couple other guys across the plate. 3-1 pitch, big cut by Conrad, but a swing and a miss puts the count at 3-2. Kind of stepped out of that one a little bit, getting that first step down the first baseline almost.
I saw the same thing. Helped pull his head off of it.
Sticks his bat out there, kind of working the outside part of the plate and fouls it off to stay alive. Keeps the count at 3-2. Eighth batter of the inning for Waupun. 3 runs in, leading 3-0. Comes the 3-2 pitch. That's going to miss inside, and now bases are loaded again for Waupun. Davis issued a walk. So Cunningham over at third base, Brian Ferris at second base, Conrad Davis at first base, and the ninth batter of the inning for Waupun coming up, Hunter Camp. He's a dangerous batter in that number 9 slot for the Warriors, batting .343. And he's the number 9 batter trying to set up that top of the order again.
Yeah, you do a good job of talking about that over and over, and it's accurate. They put him in there just like a leadoff hitter. He's expected to get on base so that the top of the order can come up behind him.
Called strike on the next pitch in, and quickly a Hunter down on the count 0-2. 0-2 the count for Hunter Camp. Here's Henry Willett with a pitch.
And he hits him.
Oh, that was, well inside, and Waupun's going to score another run with the inside pitch, and Hunter obviously must have got out of the way. But way inside, he's got a backpedal not to get hit by the ball, and that brings a run in from third base. Everybody advances a base, and now Waupun leading 4-0. One and two the count to Hunter Camp. Ooh, that curveball is hit out towards center field, and that's going to score a couple runs for Waupun. That is a 2-run single for Hunter Camp. Just patient on that one, let it kind of curl in, and took a lot off, and he waited on it and put it right out to center field for a single and 2 RBIs.
Did his job, exactly what we've talked about before, and steps up to the plate. Nice swing out there. Courtesy running coming in for Hunter so he can get his stuff on. It's going to be Landon Richter.
Okay, back to the top of the order. Emmett Hull coming back up. He had a single to start out the ball game for Waupun, and that one hit over, and that's a high bouncing ball knocked down by Jacob Riddick, but can't haul it in. All he can do is keep it from going to the outfield. And they're going to give him a single on that, putting runners at first and second base.
Emmett with 2 singles already, and we're not out of the first inning.
Who was in that game just a few days ago? Had 2 home runs in the same inning against the Brewers. That's popped in the air out towards left field. Mason Killema kind of ranges off to his right and hauls it in off the bat of Mason Holtz. But Waupun with a big inning to start the ball game, and they lead 6-0 after 1 complete. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Waupun putting 6 runs on the board in the first inning. 5 hits for them. There was 3 walks in the inning, and Waupun comes up with 6 runs. Amazing first inning for Waupun. Boy, that one behind the batter up right now, Henry Willett, the pitcher. Hope that wasn't sending a message to him.
I don't think Jake would do that. But, but I think that obviously with the ball being cold, it causes it to be more slippery out of the hand.
This one's chopped over towards the shortstop. Sauer takes it on the second hop, throws it to first to Beam, and gets the out. Textbook play there for Waupun's Evan Sauer. That will bring up number 6 in the batting order, Max Belling. Jackson Banks awaiting on deck. Left-handed hitter with Belling at the plate right now. That's a called strike, no offer from Belling.
Catches that outside edge. Nice job there by Jake to bend it right around.
And, bounces off the plate and back to the backstop. Count is now 1-1. Yeah, a bit of a chilly day today, but very glad we're up in the booth. At least keeps the wind off you, and we got a little bit of heat pouring in up here, so nothing wrong with that. Oh, it's a little off that one and finds the strike zone. Nice pitch there by Krieger, totally freezing Belling on that one. Makes the count 1-2. These young men, no sleeves for Mr. Belling at the bat right now, so a tough guy up there. I'd go up there in my parka.
If you could, right? Yeah. But notice he's got to have an undershirt on I can see he's got a hood on, I believe.
2-2 pitch. Misses off the plate, away from the left-handed hitting Belling. Don't they have some heated coats or heated shirts or something nowadays?
Nowadays, electric, right? They should be able to put those on, like a little pullover even with electric wiring through it.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ooh, takes some high heat and a swing and a miss by Belling. First strikeout of the game for Jake Krieger. 2 up, 2 down, and Jackson Banks, the right fielder, coming up to the plate. That's number 7 in the batting order. R.J. Biza, designated hitter, awaiting on deck.
And normally we've talked about that the hop that the ball takes on the defensive side. Nice pitch there by Jake.
It was coming right at the batter, and he just kind of froze Banks there, and then it dropped right in the inside part of the plate. Nasty pitch. Count is now 0-1.
But I would think a lot of these Ripon players would be used to this turf not as well, obviously, as the Waupun players, but they see it during the regular season and during the Legion season. So you would think that they would expect to be able to read how to field the balls here off the turf.
Yeah, these teams that come in have never played on this stuff before. That's a big learning curve. And
it did hit him. I thought he was able to duck out of the way.
No, Jackson Banks hit by a pitch because they just kind of stood there for a second. I thought, if he got out of the way of that one, that was pretty amazing. It was coming right at center mass on that one, but he does get hit by the pitch. So their second base runner of the ball game. R.J. Biza, again the designated hitter up to bat. Nolan Dragolovich, second baseman, awaiting on deck. Called strike on the first pitch into Biza. If you want to let us know you're out there, feel free to go on the chat, send out a message. Shannon Marie has sent us a couple things there. And appreciates us doing the game. Boy, coming in high and tight and chasing and swinging and missing is Biza. Almost a defensive thing, just swinging at it, keep it away from hitting him. Count is now 0-2, a 2 down. Runner at first base, Waupun leading 6-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Next pitch well off the plate, puts the count at 1-2.
Yeah, we've talked about this also before, so we love doing these broadcasts. I would say you're one of your wow.
Ooh, going down looking at a nasty pitch, catches the upper part of the zone, drops in, and Biza goes down looking. 2 strikeouts for Jake. Also one player hit by a pitch, no hits, nobody scores. And after 1.5 innings, Waupun leading 6-0. Back after this in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
The Hour Bar on Main Street, Waupun is a great place to meet friends. Owners Bob and Tana invite you to join them for their daily specials and great atmosphere. They also bring in top-notch entertainment and host many special events. The Hour Bar is also the perfect place to cheer on the Packers, Bucks, Brewers, and Badgers. There's TVs everywhere you look. After today's game, head to the Hour Bar, 433 East Main Street, Waupun, a proud supporter of high school sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Home and Family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
Here we go, bottom half of inning number 2. Steve and Jeff with you. Waupun leading 6-0, and batters number 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order up for Waupun. Evan Sauer up first. Had an RBI single back in the first inning. It does kind of mess up my book when you got to start crossing, moving over and changing the innings on the top, but it's a good problem, I guess, if the team that you're here calling the game for is a team that made that happen.
Right.
Jake Krieger and Chase Beam, the other 2 players. The first 3 batters for Waupun. Next one misses inside, puts the count at 2-1 to Evan. And next pitch misses a little bit low, a little bit away. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, I was trying to look at, I think that, if I remember, Willett had 44 pitches in that inning. Ooh, Evan torqued on that baby.
Yeah, he was going to send that somewhere, but just fouls it back, puts the count at 3-2. Yeah, not much of a breeze. The other games we've been here has been pretty much a flag straight out, just waving a little bit. And that one is going to make out to left field. Nice job, perfectly hit ball by Sauer. The third baseman got close but couldn't get there. Shortstop behind him got close but couldn't get there. And a leadoff single for Evan Sauer.
Yeah, good hit. I'm just barely out of the reach of both of those players.
Going to bring up Jake Krieger. He's the one that made it on base. No, actually, he's the one that hit into that double play, actually. The weak liner over towards the first base, and then he caught it and touched first and got Sauer out for the double play back in the first inning. Now these 2 teams will meet again coming up on Thursday over in Ripon. And some games there. Sauer goes. Got a great jump in the throw. It's going to get past the second baseman, but he is safe at second base. And like I said, coming into the game, he led the team in stolen bases.
He's just a heads-up player. He's played a lot of baseball already as a junior. He started already as a freshman at varsity. We talked about that as a catcher, and then he played all the way through the Legion season. So he's played a ton of high school baseball already.
Next pitch into Krieger, misses low and away. I'm kind of glad we're not going to go over to Ripon, though. That's a little sketchy when you go in there, and they had a bird that was half. It must have been in there for a couple of years. It's like half deteriorated. The skeleton of a bird in the back of the building there, and it's definitely a place where flies and ladybugs go to die. It's just packed with those over there, and I'm not real sure about that little. I guess the cover that they have on the window, you put it kind of above your head. You have the hook there, and that looks a little sketchy too. Yeah, throw after that strikeout down in the dirt, a swing and a miss, and not getting to first base before the throw down to first. So out is Krieger, but that does let Sauer get over to third base.
Nice heads-up running again by Evan. He had a great secondary lead there, and as soon as that throw went down, he took off. And the speed of the Warriors, once again, has a runner in scoring position with only one out.
Up a bit too bad right now is Chase Beam. Watch a strike one go by, 0-1 the count. Chase was walked, and he scored back in the first inning. Swings at the next one, fouls it back, puts the count at 0-2. Maybe taking a little off that one. He was a little ahead of it, just kind of stuck his bat out there, slowly coming through, and fouls it off. 0-2 the count. Henry Willett with a pitch. Down in the dirt. Good job by Max Belling to block it.
It was a good block. Kept it in front.
Not a big wide-bodied guy like some catchers out there. He just kind of scooted off to the right a little bit and let it hit off his chest pads and trusts his mask and his chest pad on that. And that one goes over the top of the head of Beam. Count is now 2-2.
Trying to get a good grip on it again. The fingers are all cold and the ball gets a little waxy.
Yeah, that one goes right past the third baseman. Hard hit ball. It kind of goes over just to a little bit to the left of his shoulder. Right from our angle, but a nice hard hit ball off the bat of Beam brings the run in. So a couple base hits in the inning. A run crosses the plate. Just one down for Waupun and Ethan Cunningham coming up, hit by a pitch back in the first inning, and also scored for Waupun. A throw to first, not in time.
Third baseman for Ripon kind of tried an Olay type style there and just hopped up over the top of the glove. I think the ball got on him so quick. That was a true hot corner.
Yeah, usually a different breed of guy that goes on the third baseline. You get those hot shots down there, and especially when you get in softball. Man, they come halfway up the line to cover if somebody decides to swing. That's why they wear masks.
Yeah.
In softball, and I'm excited to see the Waupun girls again. They've been playing some pretty good ball, and we've got that Braun girl that's just a freshman getting back now after that knee injury she had during the basketball season. A couple of really good freshman pitchers, and loaded with pitching. They've got great defense, really good hitting. They're a fun team, and they're going to be good for years to come, too. Another one of those young teams. 2-1 the count now to Cunningham. Hits that one, and that's a fair ball right down the line. Smokes it down the line. Beam round second. He'll stay right at 2, but a nice hard-hit single off the bat of Ethan Cunningham. Runners now at first and second base with one down. That'll bring up Bryant Ferris. He battled back and finally got himself a walk back in the first inning and scored.
That was a great hit there by Ethan. Was able to clear those hips out and really pull that bat around.
Yeah, it's the second one we've had. It's just a nice hard hit ball right down the line for Waupun. Yeah, winners of the DeBoer Diamond Classic this past weekend, winning all 3 games. That second game, they had to take on Beloit Turner, who's traditionally a very good team, and they're good again this year. They're ranked in the top 10 in the state. Waupun moved up, I guess, number 6 in the Division II rankings. But beat Beloit Turner in that second game, and it beat West Scotia Central in the championship game and won that game by a score of 10-4. So,
yeah, you said you had the trophy over there. Do they have you have all the past winners on there?
Swing and a miss by Brian Ferris on the next pitch in. He goes down swinging. So 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Henry Willett. That's how they got their 2 outs. Yeah, they got the past winners. Waupun won back in 2013. That's the last time that Waupun has won their tournament.
That's what I was going to say, because I can't remember actually when Caleb was on the team that they had actually won it.
Conrad Davis up to bat. They even put on their 2018 weather postponed, 2019 weather postponed, 2020 COVID pandemic. So And stepping out that time again was Conrad, a big swing and a miss. But Waupun just did that one win back in 2013. Last year it was Beloit Turner and West Osha Central. They got both of them on there. Maybe they couldn't get that championship game in. I'm not sure. Those are two of the teams they had to play. The teams that were listed as the winners last year, those are the two teams they had to play in the games number 2 and 3. 1 and 2 the count.
It's always been a good tournament, so.
And that one crosses the inside part of the plate, and going down looking is Conrad Davis. So Waupun does get a run across the plate. They had 3 base hits, all singles for Waupun, and a couple strikeouts, 3 strikeouts actually for Willett. And Waupun now with a 7-0 lead through 2 innings. We'll be back with the top of inning number 3 coming your way in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
Looking to boost that bottom line? Check out the Massey Ferguson 7700S Series tractor at Waupun Equipment Company. These versatile machines have a wide selection of engine, transmission, and hydraulic specs so you can get the perfect machine for the work you need it to do. High-quality engineering and the latest precision farming tools add value and help you find new ways to be profitable. All this from the straightforward, dependable Massey Ferguson 7700S Series. See Waupun Equipment in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden for details.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Okay, we're back for the top of inning number 3. Waupun picks up another run in the bottom of inning number 2 and now leads 7-0. And coming up for the Ripon Tigers, not through the first time through the order yet. You've got Nolan Dragalovic coming up first, then back to the top of the order with Adam Sina and Mason Killam.
Yeah, we were just talking off air here. 72 pitches for Henry Willett for the Tigers. And right there, that's pitch number 35 for Jake Krieger for the Warriors.
First pitch misses, makes the count 1-0. Well, fastball is going to stay high, puts the count at 2-0. Yeah, that game changer. That's kind of a nice little deal that Waupun is all hooked into and gives you up-to-date stats. Called strike on the inside part of the place to Dragalovic.
Yeah, it is nice for the in-game, but they also have the potential without stats and everything for the regular season stats, I should say.
Called strike in the next pitch in. 2-2 the count on Dragalovic. That one missing. Jay kind of staring for a second. Is he going to call that one a strike or not? And now 3-2 the count. Adam Sina waiting on deck. And this is grounded over to first base and swallowed up over there by Chase Beam. Picks it up, touches the base, and 1 down. Top of the order, Adam Sina up to bat with nobody on base.
Good defensive play over there by Chase Beam.
Yeah, miserable day yesterday with professional sports in the state, with the Bucks giving up a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter in that game against the Miami Heat. And now they go down 3-1 in that series.
Yeah, the number 1 seed in the East.
Wow, it's
on the ropes.
Brutal. The Bucks will have to run the table the next 3 games to try to keep their playoffs alive. Here's a bouncer, and that's going to get picked up by Beam. Throws it over to Krieger, who's used to touching first base over there. Hurries up, gets there in plenty of time. So an out over at first base puts 2 outs on the board, and that'll bring up Mason Killam. Got a single back in the first inning. Matter of fact, the only hit that Ripon has got was Mason's hit in the first inning.
Good job there. Jake just basically stepped off to try and field it, and then
some kind of jams Killam, and he swings on it, and it fouls back and out of play.
And he noticed then that Chase Beam was going to get it, and he got on his horse and got over there. And a good job there by Chase to give him a little bit of a lead on the throw, too. They made it look routine.
Fastball's going to miss just a bit low. Count is now 1-1. Two down, nobody on, 1-1 pitch, and that is hit out towards center field. Mason Holtz just takes a few steps off to his left and hauls it in for the out. So 3 up and 3 down. Nobody reaches, nobody scores, and after 2.5 innings, Waupun with a 7-0 lead over the Ripon Tigers. Back after this in just 60 seconds with more Waupun Warrior Baseball on RP Sports.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today.
Okay, we've got a new pitcher warming up. They just kind of switched spots with Henry Willett. He is done for the day. And he heads out to left field, and left fielder Mason Killam, who just got done batting. He is coming in, right-handed pitcher for Ripon. Waupun leading 7-0 going into the bottom of the third inning. Nice job here against their main rival in the conference. Just looking at the standings coming into this ball game in the East Central Conference, KML at 5-1 on the season, the Waupun at 4-0, Ripon at 3-2, and Plymouth at 2-2. The top 4 teams in the conference. Hunter Camp, number 9 in the batting order, coming up to bat. So number 9, 1 and 2. That one is just a little bit fouled on the third base line off the bat of Camp. He had that 2 RBI single back in the first inning. Emmett Hull waiting on deck. Mason Holtz scheduled to bat after that. Yeah, just kind of comfortable here. It looks like these people are a little chilly sitting out and watching the game with stocking hats on and winter coats. This is hit in the air out towards the short center field. Getting underneath it and hauling it in is Coy DeVries for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Waupun. Emmett Hull will come up. 2 singles for him so far in the game. He singled back in the first and scored, and singled again in the first inning, as Waupun had 11 batters step to the plate. Fastball is going to miss high from the pitch from Killam. And Killam, a quick worker up there, called strike in the next pitch in, puts the count at 1-1 to Emmett. One the count, 1 down, nobody on. Waupun leading 7-0. Next pitch is popped in the air, but backhand out of play.
Yeah, as I was grabbing the stuff to get things plugged in here, I could hear the center fielder calling that one all the whole way when Hunter Camp was up to bat. Good communication there by the Tigers.
A high pitch and tomahawked out of play over on the left field side. Count is 1-2 to Emmett.
Yeah, doing the softball last night, as you mentioned, you were out in the elements. A little bit of rain,
yeah,
a lot of wind.
It's going to miss off the plate. 2-2 the count. Had the umbrella. So one bad thing, especially when you bring a lot of electronics along, and if you get stuck outside, some places we might have to have a little canopy up or something to do the games. This one's popped in the air towards shortstop. Jacob Riddick gets underneath it and hauls it in for the out. So 2 up and 2 down. And Mason Holtz coming up, had a double, an RBI double back in the first, and has also flown out in the first inning. Third inning, and Mason already with his third at bat.
Really hot start for the Warriors. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and you could see that the Tigers are still looking a little dejected.
Fastball is going to miss high, puts the count at 2-0. Yeah, I expect big things out of Waupun, both softball and baseball. Well, this one is hit right up the middle. A nice job off the bat of Mason Holtz, getting his second base hit of the ball game. A single up the middle with 2 down. And Evan Sauer coming up. He's got a 2-for-2 game going so far. Himself an RBI single back in the first. Got on base with a single in the second inning and also scored that inning. And first pitch in, likes it, then takes it out to left field. So back-to-back singles for Waupun put runners at first and second base after the first 2 batters were retired. Jake Krieger will now step to the plate for Waupun. He struck out so far and then hit into that double play back in the first inning.
From what I've seen from Evan, that was rather unusual. He usually does not take a first pitch, or does not swing at the first pitch. He always takes. This time he was able to get on top of it and drive it right down the line.
Fastball misses high in the first pitch into Jake Krieger. He likes that one. He takes that out to center field. Waupun's going to try to score. Bringing the run in, no throw. And Waupun brings another run across the plate. They've scored in every inning so far. 6 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 1 here in the third inning. They lead now 8-0. Good aggressive base running, and again that speed being shown and the aggressiveness by Waupun's runners. Brings a run across the plate.
3 base hits with 2 outs.
And this is over towards shortstop. They do pick it up. Riddick throws it across the field. Nice backhanded stop on a one-hopper over to Otto at first base to get the out. Waupun does get another run across the plate. 3 hits for Waupun. And Waupun now leading 8-0 after 3 complete. We'll be back in 60 seconds with the top of inning number 4 on RP Sports.
And Steve with us here at the Other Bar Main Street in downtown Waupun. It is springtime here, Steve. Let's get the Bucks back on track. Brewers playing okay.
We'd like to get the patio opened up. Every time we try to do it, it snows on us. So patio's going to be open soon. Stop down, watch some Brewers, some Bucks, have some great food.
You do a meat raffle a couple times a month, and you're looking for charities, nonprofits that could use a little assistance, use a little help. Talk about that, how it works.
Every other Sunday, we run a meat raffle here at 2 o'clock. Proceeds all go towards a local charity, foundation, even a person in need that someone may know of that has large medical bills. Try to do this to give back to the community. Everything that we make up, it goes right back to the foundation or whatever it might be. We are in need of some more to keep this meat raffle going. Prefer to give the money away than to stockpile it for something else. If you have a cause, call us up at the bar here, get a hold of myself or Andy, and we can work with you to set something up.
With the details there. The Other Bar, Main Street in downtown Waupun. Stop on by for daily specials here too, Steve, right?
Yep, always good food. Always something fun to do, so come check it out.
Thank you, sir. Have a great week.
You too.
Okay, we are back. Waupun does make things happen after the first batters were retired, and with 2 outs, they got 3 base hits in a row, got a runner across the plate. Now they 8-0 lead over the Ripon Tigers. Waupun not being very hospitable here to their visiting Tigers team. Looking pretty rock solid here. Everybody ready to swing a bat for Waupun. They're looking solid defensively. And coming up this inning, Jacob Riddick will start things out, the shortstop. He's number 3 in the batting order, followed by Shea Otto and Henry Willett, who is now the left fielder. This one's inside. Ball 1. Next pitch down to the dirt. Do want to send my condolences and thoughts out to the Camphouse family, and I just found out today at the game, and I know it's a lot of people knew already, but Rich Camphouse passing away. What a great patriarch of the family, just a great guy. Got to know him over these years as his grandsons, all grandsons. A lot of success in sports. Got a grandson on this team too, and it's going to be sorely missed. Here's a one-hopper over towards second base, and a hauled in the glove of Ferris, and an easy throw to first to get the out. Again, thoughts and prayers and everything out there with the Rich's family. Just a great family. Boy, they are so close, and a lot of the Facebook messages I got, that they get together, they have some fun. Big sports people. I've had a lot of success with all those grandsons over the years, so again, Rich will be missed.
Always see him around the different athletic facilities that are here, supporting his grandsons.
Yeah. 1-0 the count on Shea Otto. Called strike on the next pitch in. See his son Scott in the crowd right now. 1-1 is the count. And a fouled off pitch by Otto makes the count 1-2.
Just checking Jake's stats here so far along the line. He's got 2 strikeouts, no walks, and only given up 1 hit. 52 pitches.
Slow roller and ranging off to his right is Sauer across the field. Oh, that gets past Beam. But Waupun over there, good job by Hunter Camp.
Wow.
That was all I couldn't kind of see down the line after kind of lean forward there, and I saw the right fielder coming in. Why isn't he coming in fast? That's because Camp was already there waiting for it, and boy, that's just their hustle by Camp. And I think he even got a little knuckles from the home plate umpire. Gave him a good hustle up the line.
Amazing. I mean, he was there just as that ball got past Beam.
Willett up to bat, and he fouls one out of play.
Evan had to really stretch. He was deep in the hole to get that. And one hopper coming, but...
Ooh, nasty little curveball on that one, and a swing and a miss by Willett puts the count at 0-2. Luke Marwitz was the one that I've never seen anybody get out of the crouch as a catcher and run up that line any faster than him. Really was more built to be more of a center fielder, really, with his speed. But, man, he could just beat the runner up the first baseline and be backing up every play. They're just an amazing athlete.
Wearing all the gear.
Yeah, state champion back in about, 2007 maybe. Yeah, and that one is bounced over towards first base to Beam. Touches first, gets the second out. Runner does advance over to second. That was quite a team. They had a great football team with all those guys, too, and it was just real special time in Waupun athletics. You know, we love our sports that we call, but I tell you, nothing brings a city together and out to the athletic fields more than a good football team in town. And that just brought, there'd be people surrounding the field, 2-3 people deep. The bleachers were full. It was, just a magical time.
And like you said, those were all multi-sport athletes too.
Oh yeah, the things they did in the football field. And I don't know if was there some good hockey players.
There were several good hockey players in that group as well.
Next pitch in to Max Belling. He is hit on the ground and foul. But that football team, I was lucky. That was the last thing I started calling was football. And I was so lucky. I was really spoiled to get to call their games right in the beginning. Just as those guys probably are in their freshman year, I started calling football. Man, I just got spoiled with that football team. It was really a fun ride to be included in that.
And there are some big rivals between Waupun, Kewaskum, and the Ripon Tigers in there, constantly battling hard for the conference championship.
There were some great games. Man, just they had all the pieces in that team. They had the great running backs, the great quarterback. They've got some guys that didn't. They wanted to hit you out there, and they played some physical ball. Some guys that went on to play college ball after that. There were some football first guys on that football team. They were fun to watch. They could put a lot of points on the board.
And then on the opposite side, you had the volleyball team, who was incredible.
Yeah, they were. It was the same time, too. The volleyballs were in the middle of all of their runs of winning state championships. So Waupun really had a great run back there in the mid-2000s. I think they just got done at that time with their 5-year run for volleyball.
Nice
One drops in the strike zone, and going down looking on that last pitch was Max Belling. So one base hit, one runner stranded, one strikeout. Nobody scores. Waupun still a goose egg on the board for Ripon, and they lead 8-0 going into the bottom of the 4th inning. That's just 60 seconds away on RP Sports.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Okay, heading to the bottom of inning number 4. Waupun leading now 8-0. Nice job again defensively, pitching-wise, hitting-wise. Waupun playing a nice complete game here against the Ripon Tigers. And coming up this inning, number 6, 7, and 8 in the batting order, Ethan Cunningham, followed by Brian Ferris, then Conrad Davis, the scheduled batters for the Warriors here in the bottom of inning number 4. And Mason Killam again back out on the mound. This first pitch is hit out towards right center field. That's going to drop in for a leadoff single. Well, Cunningham's going to try to stretch it into a double head first slide, and he is safe and kind of knocks over the shortstop that was over there ready for the throw to come in. But, yeah, he had to get to the base, and his whole body kind of, boom, knocked the shortstop over. But great hustle, taking a single and turning it into a double for Ethan Cunningham.
Great speed. Again, we've talked about it on the base pads. This is what this team has done so far in the season.
Ethan really ready to start running the bases. Thought about going to third as the ball squirted away from the catcher, but not far enough, and he heads back to second base. Brian Ferris up to bat. He's been walked. He is struck out. Called strike on the next pitch in. Makes the count 1-1. One pitch. That one is down low. Makes the count 2-1. Yeah, one picked out my chairs I'm going to bring to all the Little League baseball games this year. So we've got pretty much every weekend once the baseball season gets going. And this one is hit out towards center field, and kind of ranging back is Coy DeVries. Gets the catch, and Cunningham gets over to third base. But yeah, got some nice comfortable chairs. I found some in town here out at Ace Hardware, and they were very comfortable. So just got one that I used at the game yesterday, and I had the wife sit in it last night when I got back home. She said she liked it too, so
pick up another.
Got another chair, and we are set to watch the grandsons play. Got a couple travel ball guys at 10 years old and 8 years old. Conrad Davis swings on the pitch. And makes it out of play.
Netting. I couldn't see it over there.
Yeah, makes a lot of plays. The catcher just got a new ball from the umpire. Yeah, so looking forward to that, and there's a reason. You watch this Little League Diamond during the week, and you see all the teams that are out here, and almost every weekend they've got a tournament going on once the season gets going. There's a reason these guys are so good here in Waupun. They've just got a great youth program that feeds into the varsity. And Waupun's just going to be good year after year, one of the more consistently good teams year after year.
Well, and you never get rained out hardly at all. I mean, with the artificial turf here, they can, over at the Little League Diamonds as well, you can play the games after even if you're a little bit delayed by a half an hour or so. But they drain so well that they're constantly playing. But I'm hoping you brought them either a canopy or some umbrellas, because you're going to be out in the sun, too, with some of those travel ball tournaments.
Oh, yeah. I talked my daughter into buying that. I said, either I'm going to buy one, but hopefully you'll buy it. It's your kids, and we're all going to get underneath there. And swung and a miss by Davis in the next pitch in. He goes down swinging. So 2 down, runner at third yet. And Hunter Camp coming up. He had a 2 RBI single back in the first inning, then flew out to center field. Yeah, both, all the facilities here in Waupun. You go over to Meadema Fields over on the other side of Lincoln Street. And their fields, they've got the real dirt and the whole works out there, and the grass out there. No artificial stuff over there, but they were constructed too very well to drain fast. And I've seen some amazing things. This is popped in the air over towards second base. Dragalovic hauls it in for the out. So Waupun, for the first time, is shut down in an inning. They do not score in the inning. They had a leadoff double by Cunningham, but couldn't get him to score. Got him to third base, and that was it. 1 strikeout, and Waupun leading 8-0 after 4 complete. Top of the 5th inning. Coming your way in just 60 seconds on RP Sports.
HomeandAuto.com. Check out our selection of over 400 new and used vehicles. HomeandAuto.com. Every vehicle from all 4 of our locations in one convenient place. Find your perfect car without leaving home at HomeandAuto.com. New vehicles from Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and Ford. Pre-owned from $39.82 and certified pre-owned. Plus the warranties and hometown service you can depend on. Make the Homan family your first stop at HomeandAuto.com. We make you feel at home at Homan.
A reminder for everyone that Ben's Automotive is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 5 p.m. and on Saturdays by appointment only. Keeping your vehicle in tip-top running condition is essential. Call 324-9962 for Ben's Automotive. Get the quality repair and maintenance services you need from the automotive technicians you can trust. Ben's Automotive at the corner of Carrington and Main Streets in beautiful downtown Waupun. Call 920-324-9962 to schedule your service or repair needs today.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Here we go. Top half of inning number 5. Waupun with that 8-0 lead on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Game being powered tonight by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. Give Chris a call over at C. Broxma. Take care of your electrical needs, whether it's at your home, at the farm, also at your business. We'll take care of you. And has been sponsoring high school sports in the area for years now, so thanks to Chris for doing that. And we're bringing you the game from the National Exchange Bank and Trust broadcast booth. One of the better ones that we call games from in all of our journeys out there around the area. And we're lucky to have it right here in our hometown between here and the great booth that they have right above the concession stand over at Meadema Fields for the girls softball.
Yeah, it was the first time this year that we were over there, and I did not remember. I only did one game there before, and I really didn't pay attention that much because I was a little nervous about calling the doubleheader softball game. And, boy, that popcorn down in the middle of the broadcast was just driving me crazy.
2-2 count. That one drops down, and a call. Strike 3. A little delayed call there by the home plate umpire for effect. And going down looking is Bates on a nasty pitch there by Jake Krieger. Still pitching pretty strong here in the 5th inning. Brings up R.J. Biza. Likes the first pitch he sees. Takes it out towards the center field. And heading over there and drifting like any good center fielder would do. Make it look easy out there and brings it in for the out. Mason Holtz catching the ball out there in right center field.
That is Mason's most comfortable spot. We have seen him play. Sometimes we've seen him play over at first base, and that typically is when Jake has been playing. But I think that Chase Beam has done a good job of stepping into play, and they've been able to leave Mason over there and not using a designated hitter.
Nolan Dragalovic up to bat. First one down to the ground, ball one into him. Swings at the next one, but can't catch up to that fastball by Jake. Count is now 1-1. Yeah, I like Waupun. Again, they've been traditionally a very strong pitching program, and they've got some depth at pitching, and they've had that ever since they implemented that pitch count rule. Waupun has just been kind of built for that rule, and they can go deep in their team to find different pitchers. They can come out and swallow up some innings for them.
It's been a while since I was in part of the Little League program, but I know that when we would have 6 or 7 teams that would be playing basically at the same level, the goal was to try and have at least 2 pitchers on each team to help develop them along the way, and then those that really fell in love with it then would continue to grow through the program. So I'm not sure where your grandsons are playing at.
There's a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old so far. So,
well, I don't know, what positions are they at?
Oh, they do pitch. Both of them do some pitching, and also one's a center fielder. More of a shortstop type of guy. But, yeah, they must have some people working with them. I think they were looking for a pitching coach for the 10-year-old who's just a really nice athlete, and maybe like the number 4 guy or so on his team. He just likes chasing balls out there in center field. He's
sure.
One of those guys. When I would throw balls to him and high pops to him, he said, "Grandpa, throw me things that I have to run for. I just don't want the ones right to me." And he likes diving, especially if you had to dive for it. He was all for that. So one of those athletes, a really nice basketball player, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
In the future for them, but they love it, and they love being part of this. And looks like Waupun might be maybe Chase Beam heading back to the dugout, and now we're going to bring in actually a new pitcher in for Waupun. Looks like maybe Brady White coming in to pitch.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. He's at 75 pitches. So on the pitch count, is 75, is that 3 days rest? That might be saving him because I know that Waupun will also be playing Howard's Grove on Friday. So I'm just wondering if they got the game on Thursday at Ripon and then Howard's Grove on Friday. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, we should probably take a break here while we got a new pitcher warming up with Brady White out there. Back right after this, some more Waupun baseball on RP Sports.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun in Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
Hi, this is Bucky with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Wisconsin weather, it goes through the phases, like us. Whether you need a repair to your current system or an upgrade to a brand new one, we have you covered in all seasons and all phases. Ask about our Guardian maintenance plans to help keep your units running efficiently and reliably all year through. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on allphasecomforts.com.
Okay, we're back with Brady White on the mound. He's only pitched 3 1/3 innings. First pitch into him, he is swatted over towards third base, and a throw across the field gets past Krieger over there. Off the bat of Nolan Dragalovic. So leadoff batter on for Ripon. Or I should say not leadoff, but first batter to face Brady White. Makes it over to first base with 2 down. That'll bring the top of the order up with Adam Sina.
I think that's only the second hit for the Tigers, if I've got this looking at it correctly.
3. That should be the third one. They got one in the first inning and then one in the fourth. And this time,
I gave it an error too. Yeah.
Okay. And that one in the fourth?
Yeah.
Oh. I'll change mine to that too.
Now it is only 2 hits.
Yeah. Strike in the next pitch into Sina. Count is now 1-1. Brady is a junior. Here's another one. I know guys want to swallow up some innings for you right now, so give them some time out there. You never know when you might need them when you get to the postseason. And
right.
Need somebody to come in if you're running a little thin on your pitching. Yeah, so just one hit given up by Jake Krieger. This 4 2/3 inning. This is kind of a slow roller over to Evan Sauer, and flicks it a nice strike over to first base to Krieger to get the out. So again, no runs across the plate for Ripon. They remain scoreless in the ball game, and after 4.5 innings, it is Waupun leading 8-0. Back with the bottom of the fifth in just 1 minute on RP Sports.
Excellence in dentistry meets exceptional service. It's Dentistry of Wisconsin in Waupun and Beaver Dam. From routine cleanings, checkups, and maintenance to more advanced dental care and cosmetic services, choose Dentistry of Wisconsin. Doctors Metzger's, Truckenbrod, Dittman, and Warner, along with their friendly staff, are here to care for you. Visit their state-of-the-art facilities in Waupun and Beaver Dam, accepting new patients. Dentistry of Wisconsin. They'll give you a reason to smile both inside and out.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Okay, here we go. Bottom of the fifth inning, and Waupun leading 8-0 over the Ripon Tigers. From Waupun, they'll start right at the top of the order. Emmett Hull coming up first, followed by Mason Holtz and Evan Sauer. Emmett 2 for 3 in the game so far, getting those 2 base hits in the first inning when they had 11 batters bat for Waupun and crossed 6 across the plate. Mason Killam still on the mound for the Ripon Tigers.
He's done a nice job coming in and shutting down the Warriors.
First pitch into Emmett, misses low for ball 1. Yeah, so you don't know if this is one of the guys they may have been saving, they would have hoped to save for Thursday's game for Ripon. Fastball misses high, puts the count at 2-0.
Yeah, without any of the stats out there, it's hard to figure out what their staff is, their pitching staff looks like.
And low and away on the next pitch. Quickly 3-0 the count for Emmett Hull. So we're not sure what we're going to do yet on Thursday. We're supposed to do a CWC at Sleevey Field, a game hosting the Oakfield Oaks. But they moved the game up an hour. Instead of 5 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock, and that makes things impossible for Jeff to get over.
To try and get here, get over there and get everything set up and ready to roll.
Yeah. I'd like to stick to this, just doing mostly a video stream games. So
absolutely.
We really appreciate you and your availability and the great product that you put out there for us, and plus somebody to get to chat with a little bit on the air too. So that's kind of nice, especially in baseball. Talking time. That brings up Mason Holtz, who's got a couple of hits in the game. First pitch into him, low and inside.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun over the last couple of years doing this, and some frustration, but we've handled it pretty well, I guess.
It's just one of those things, ironing all the bugs out of everything and figuring out some of the places with the bad internet that you can't, that you have trouble with, and it can only be as good as the internet that's offered to you there. And then you might be at a building where our routers don't work, and so just more technology. We're at the
mercy of the tech gods.
Yeah. And it's good. We have a third. I really feel like we have a third person in the booth here with Shannon Marie. She says Riddick or Otto most likely to pitch on Thursday. I would say they are the number 1 and 2 pitchers. So it's good. We should have her all mic'd up and have a little phone feed with Shannon Marie if we did that game on Thursday.
I'm sure we could figure out how to work it.
Yeah. Somebody on top of what's happening, finger on the pulse of baseball in Ripon. And Waupun gets their first 2 batters on. Is that first and second?
With nobody out. Just going to have a conversation at the mound. Oh, here comes Coach.
Yeah, that's just kind of that patented slow walk that the coaches take out to really buy some more time for their guys. I don't know if they start counting them down until they get out to the mound, but Derek Stanke definitely takes a slow walk. Yeah, they are going to change pitchers right now. So there's going to be a pitching change as they bring a new pitcher on the mound and warm up now, left-handed pitcher, and we will come back in about 60 seconds or so after this pitching change here at the Gus. Waupun leading 8-0 and threatening here in the bottom half of inning number 5.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today. If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Let's spring into a new career with Saputo. Become part of a great company and team. Due to their continued growth, Saputo has full-time benefit-eligible maintenance and 12-hour shifts available in their Alto facility. Saputo offers entry-level pay starting at just under $23 per hour and operator's pay starting at over $26 an hour. Great benefits and shift pay. Log on saputo.com/careers. Spring into a new career at Saputo. Saputo is an equal opportunity employer.
Okay, we are back, and the pitcher in for the Ripon Tigers is Coy DeVries. Came in from center field. Left-handed pitcher for Waupun to take a look at, and up to face the number 3 guy in the batting order, Evan Sauer, who is 3 for 3 in the ballgame. 3 singles for him and an RBI in the ballgame, so a tough competitor. He'll have to face right up the bat with nobody out for Waupun, or runners at first and second base. Not a great position to be put in for Coy DeVries. Oh, and this one down in the dirt and actually hits Evan Sauer, so he's going to get a base. Badly put down in the dirt about 10 feet before home plate, and goes up and skips into Evan. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. And Waupun possibly looking here to end this game in 5 innings.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't hear Scotty in here, but we like also having Scotty Van Galen here too, and sharing his information with us. And
yeah, I've relied on those guys over the years being up here with Scott and whoever else is up here in the booth. And we always call them our panel of experts.
Right.
But, yeah, we get the cleanup batter on. That's exactly who you want up to bat when you got bases loaded. We kind of did that for good luck for the Waupun Lady Warriors.
Oh, I did not see that. Yeah, okay.
Camphouse up to bat, so thanks, Scott. Colin Camphouse up to bat now for Waupun. And fouls the next pitch off to stay alive. Lexi Garrison came up to the plate with bases loaded. I just had mentioned, hey, that's why they put those people in the spot for this situation, for bases loaded, and boom, she nails one. Grand slam right at that time when they knocked off Plymouth 11-1 last week.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the Lady Warriors participating or playing some softball. Nice pitch there.
Ooh, and going down looking is Camphouse. So it is a first down for Waupun with bases still loaded. That will bring up Chase Beam.
It was a really nice left-handed little curveball there that was thrown there by DeVries.
Chase goes from being a first baseman, and it was listed also as the first baseman / designated hitter, so now just the designated hitter as they take him out of the defense after that pitching change for Waupun. Here's a chopper over towards shortstop. He can try to get the out at home, and They do.
Nice
Force out
play
at home.
there.
Nice job by the shortstop, Jacob Riddick. Making his catcher work a little bit on that low ball, but a good job by Max Belling to go down and haul it in to get that force out at home plate.
Really nice play there by Ripon. They had everybody sucked in on their infield, sucked in to try and do that, and exactly what they wanted to do. Worked out. 6-2 put out.
And that'll bring up Ethan Cunningham. He's got himself a single and a double. Also hit by a pitch. He's been on every time so far. Scored once. 2 down with bases loaded for Waupun. Big cut there by Cunningham. Swing and a miss. Puts the count now at 1-1.
Good job by the Tigers defense to...
This is swung on and fouled back and out of play.
to battle back into this and not allow a run so far here in the fifth.
I see this cold brat sitting in front of me. I have to go home and nuke it. Once they start playing, it's hard to try to. Just like we wanted to bring some popcorn up over at Meadham Field, and they kept on cooking it. You just smell it. It was this perfect smell, and there's no time to eat. 2-2 pitch. That's bounced over towards second base, and they're going to go for the out at first, and they get it. Waupun comes up empty. They strand. The base is loaded. And Waupun comes up with no runs here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and the score remains 8-0. Waupun over Ripon. Come back with the top of the sixth inning in just a few minutes on RP Sports.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your state of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal. Let our family take care of yours. We offer American Standard and Coleman furnaces and air conditioners that come with a 15-year parts and a 10-year labor warranty. Schedule us to come out and make sure your furnace, AC, or geothermal units are running at peak efficiency. Serving Fond du Lac, Dodge, Columbia, and Green Lake counties. Call 920-763-2301. That's 920-763-2301. Log on to allphasecomforts.com.
We are back at the Gus in Waupun. Waupun leading 8-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Brady White on the mound for Waupun, and number 2 in the batting order, Mason Killam up to bat. I believe now the center fielder for Ripon. Kind of heading around the field a little bit. Started out as their left fielder, then came into pitch, and now out in center field. Fouls the first pitch off to go down to the count 0-1. This one down to the dirt. Count is now 1-1. Both these teams facing each other coming up over in Ripon coming up on Thursday. What's the name of their field over there again?
Ingalls? No, that's the football.
Something with a B. I can't remember. Shannon, what's the name of the baseball diamond over in Ripon?
Played there numerous times, and I can't remember.
All was picked up by
Barlow Park.
Barlow Park.
There it goes. I didn't kill those brain cells yet.
That one bounced in the ground. Good job by White to chase it down and throw it to first base to get the out. So 1 up, 1 down. And that will bring up Jacob Riddick. Jacob, the shortstop for the Ripon Tigers, called strike on the first pitch into him. 8-0 Waupun. 6 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 1 in the third. That's going to miss inside. And a nice opportunity for Brady White to get some innings in. Just 3 1/3 innings coming into his pitching here today. So it's going to add to that total, get a little more experience up there. 1-1 pitch. It's going to miss inside. Puts the count at 2-1. Shannon agrees and confirmed Barlow Park. And that one low line driver and bounces right into the glove of Evan Sauer. Perfect throw to first to get the out. So a couple ground outs to start things off for Ripon offensively, and that will bring up Shea Otto to the plate. Shea has grounded out and got on with that at one time a hit, but actually just an error right from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm no bookkeeper. This one's going to miss low for ball one. I usually hesitate a little bit to see if I'm within earshot of whoever's doing the official scoring. I found the official score over at the Oakfield game, and there was a lady that was sitting right behind me in the bleachers.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering because I only had the scoreboard operator in by me.
Yeah, and I said, make sure you let me know. I kind of vocalize it, what you're calling it, so I'm right on the same page as you. Next one's going to miss well outside.
Brady tried to put a little bit extra on that one and threw his rhythm off a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you, Oakfield, another one of the teams in our area that we'll be keeping an eye on, their softball team. And this one is hit out for a base hit off from White between shortstop and third base. So a two-out single for Shea Otto. Henry Willett, now the left fielder in the ball game, coming up to bat. Yeah, just one of those cloudy, overcast nights here in Waupun. We got spoiled with some really nice weather in our games that we had last week.
Yeah, it feels like it could snow.
1-0 pitch, and that's chopped over towards a third base. It's picked up by Hull. Throws a strike across the field, so Waupun does give up a base hit. Strands one runner, nobody scores, and after 5.5 innings, it is Waupun still leading 8-0 on your new medical integrated healthcare scoreboard. Back in just 1 minute with the bottom half of inning number 6 on RP Sports.
If you're looking for someone to take care of your tree needs, call Eli at Torres Tree Service of Waupun. He's been in the business for 10 years and started up Torres Tree Service 3 years ago. Eli and his team can remove trees big or small, even those hard to get to trees. They do tree trimming and stump grinding, and the job's not done until they put topsoil and seed where the tree was removed, clean up the debris, and haul it away. Join the many satisfied customers by calling Torres Tree Service in Waupun at 920-344-5887.
Looking to boost that bottom line? Check out the Massey Ferguson 7700S Series tractor at Waupun Equipment Company. These versatile machines have a wide selection of engine, transmission, and hydraulic specs so you can get the perfect machine for the work you need it to do. High-quality engineering and the latest precision farming tools add value and help you find new ways to be profitable. All this from the straightforward, dependable Massey Ferguson 7700S Series. See Waupun Equipment in Waupun, Watertown, and Eden for details.
We are back for the bottom half of inning number 6. Waupun leading 8-0. Looks like Landon Richter getting ready to get his first at-bat of the ball game. Conrad Davis out there on deck. So we're sitting at the number 7 spot in the batting order for Waupun.
Yeah, they've been using like a platoon over at second base between Brady and Landon, and obviously Bryant playing over there today.
First pitch in to Landon, misses high for ball 1. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow. No ball. And I think last week didn't get the wife out to eat anywhere, so I might have to take her out somewhere on a Wednesday night. A lot of things coming up. And this goes right to the second baseman for the Ripon Tigers. Dragalovich brings it in. When it comes off the bat once in a while, it looks like it's coming off a little hotter. He looks like he was getting ready to do a little jump in the air, but then realized, no, this thing isn't hit very hard, and just stood there and hauled it in for the out. That'll bring up Conrad Davis. And he hits one high in the air out towards right field. Banks giving chase right by the foul line and hauls it in for out number 2.
Good job there by the right fielder to make a good read off of it, get there in time.
Yeah, made it. They had run quite a ways to get there, but when you get a good jump, cover a lot more ground there, and he got there in plenty of time. Hunter Camp up to bat now, number 9 in the batting order. First pitch into him, and that one is just a bit foul. Just missed it by about a foot or so. 0-1 the count.
One of Hunter's best swings today.
Yeah, he had himself a single with 2 runs scored in the first inning. A couple of RBIs for him.
Probably not up to his par.
One outside and back to the backstop. Count is now 1-1 to Hunter.
We've talked about it before. His standard is that he wants to be on base as the 9 hitter.
Swing and a miss. Good challenge here by Coy DeVries, going right at him with a fastball. Count is now 1-2 to Camp. Going to run home and watch the Brewers. A little bit of that. It's kind of nice to have that in the background a little bit. And he lost yesterday to Detroit, and they play game 2 of that 3-game series. A 6:40 first pitch in the ball game over at American Family Field.
Oh, look at that.
That's poked over toward shortstop. Riddick picks it up, pats the glove, throws it across. You know, you got that all figured out, the timing. He gets him by about a half a step. Nice play over there by the shortstop, Riddick. Waupun comes up empty in the inning, 3 up, 3 down. And they come back on the field to see if they can shut down Ripon and take a victory for them in the first of 2 games they get to play them this week. Back after this on RP Sports.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
Are you missing out on life? Does chronic joint pain prevent you from doing the things you love? I get it. All you think about is pain. This is Dr. Randy Blahoviak with New Medical Center. We have the solution to your problem. If you suffer from debilitating and chronic joint pain, learn how innovative medicine with human cellular tissue products can get you back to living your best life. Call New Medical Center for an alternative approach with innovative medicine at 920-249-8757.
Welcome back to the Gus and Waupun. Through 6 innings, Waupun leading 8-0. They got 6 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and came up empty in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. But Waupun will try to shut the door on the Ripon Tigers for a convincing victory with Brady White on the mound. And we'll get some interviews after this ball game. Stick around for that. We'll get at least maybe 2 players get in there for a Waupun for some interviews. For sure, Jake Krieger, will try to talk to him. He said he wants to be a future sportscaster.
Yep,
so
there you
maybe
go.
I'll just hand him the mic. And you can just do some talking and give me a story about the game. This is in foul territory down the left field line, giving chase to short, third baseman and left fielder for Waupun, and lands safely to the ground for Ripon.
We've talked about this numerous times in our other broadcasts. The interviews are my favorite part of the game, just getting a chance to listen to what the players thought about. And you do a great job of giving them some good questions to think about and having them practice those communication skills.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get a microphone in front of the face of these young people. That'll help them later in life, really, and put in situations like that. This pitch is hit high in the air. Looks like Evan Sauer getting himself all set underneath it and hauls it in for the out. So 1 down off the bat of Max Belling on that one. And that will bring up Jackson Banks, the right fielder. Maybe you'll talk to Mr. Cunningham, possibly. Ethan Cunningham.
Yeah, he had a good night.
A lot of guys with a couple of hits, but we talked to Mason and to Emmett last game, and along with Hunter. Not Emmett, but talked to Evan and Mason and Hunter last game. So we'll put a few other people on the air.
Emmett had a good day as well,
Yeah.
being on base 3 out of 4 times.
And we get a chance, hopefully, to talk to Coach Derek Stanke after the ball game. Got to get him used to that little flow of doing that. Otherwise, they kind of go into a huddle right away. And
right.
Big swing on that last pitch in. Swing and a miss into Banks. Puts the count at 1-2. That one down to the dirt. Dave Turner, what did he have to say here? Was in Waupun on Thursday for the game and Saturday. Sorry I missed you, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sorry we didn't connect either.
2-2 count now to Jackson Banks.
Oh,
that one dropped a little bit too low out of the strike zone, trying to a little curve in there, see if he can freeze him. But right now, count is 3-2 as that one misses. Next pitch misses high, so a walk issued to Jackson Banks. So one down, runner at first base.
Kason Vandenberg is going to come in and bat, number 33.
Yep. So they do have a runner at first base now for the Tigers. Nice little pitch, and they're kind of coming inside with the fastball, swing and a miss.
Jammed him.
And we've been trying to get 2, possibly 3 games a weekend with covering softball and baseball around the area. So kind of fun to. Good schedule, a lot of good teams to cover around the area. I think we're going to get over to Randolph for some baseball or softball in that direction.
Checked out their diamonds last weekend.
Oh yeah. So what did you discover with that?
It'll be a challenge with.
And that one's going to actually hit Vandenberg. He's going to head down first base, hit by a pitch. So runners now at first and second with one down. And that'll bring up Nolan Dragolovich.
I always try and like to get this. I like the behind the plate elevated a little bit. And as we talked before, now you got all the chain link fencing doesn't work really well with the live streaming equipment, and trying to get it elevated so you're above.
That's what you'll get at Schlevy Field with you right behind the backstop there.
Yep.
And it's all just the chain link fence that you'll be set up with that camera right behind home plate. Still a pretty well kept up field, and it was always one of the better fields, definitely in the entire area. So it's what a nice little JV field and a backup field for Waupun to have. Or if you have a tournament here, another diamond that they actually use.
Used for the DeBoer Classic here. They played over there, and Scotty was mentioning before that's where he spent his weekend over there, broadcast or announcing and keeping score over there.
It's good to keep that field up over there. Just a great tradition, a lot of history with that field, and they'll definitely use it. I believe are we hosting the Nationals for Legion Baseball?
We are hosting Junior Legion State.
Just State, okay.
Nice job. Wow.
Safe over at second after Conrad almost doubling it up and finishing the game, and just behind the runner getting back over to second base. So 2 down after a nice catch by Conrad and a nice bullet throw to make it a very close play at second base. So 2 down, Waupun 1 out away from a shutout against Ripon. 8-0 the score with runners at first and second, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. Fastball right down Main Street. And Adam Sina watches it go by for strike 1.
Sina had a single the last time up.
This one bounces across the plate. 1-1 the count. Yeah, just kind of dark out here today, and they do have the lights on here at the Gus. A nice little showcase field. A lot of players. It's pretty cool to play over here for the first time.
Yeah, it is. If you haven't had a chance to play on turf, and they're becoming more and more popular, but this Waupun had to be one of the first turf fields in this area.
Comes the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to miss low and outside. Here's a team from Lakeland High School. Is that Minocqua?
It is Minocqua.
Yeah,
Lakeland Union.
That's who Waupun played in their first game of the DeBoer Diamond Classic. And took care of business there, but that's a team that probably didn't have a lot of baseball in before that. A couple bounces over to third base. Emmett Hull picks it up, gets the out. And Waupun wins 8-0 against the Ripon Tigers. And I'm going to head out in the field and grab a mic, and we're going to get a couple of the players on camera here and talk to them along with the coach. So stick around for that for our post-game interviews here on RP Sports.
The Waupun Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. Here is some of the great support they have offered over the past few years. Golf bags and umbrellas for the golf team, wrestling record boards, a wrestling mat, 3 iPads for football using Huddle, new basketballs for girls and boys teams, reseeding and landscaping of the JV soccer field, support for different tech programs, and more. The Waupun Athletic Booster Club also provides scholarships for athletes. Good luck, Waupun, in your game today.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
With mycnhistore.com, you can manage your equipment at any time, from anywhere, all from the convenience of your laptop or phone. Just search genuine New Holland parts by category, model, or part number, and keep your equipment running efficiently. Need a genuine New Holland part and don't have time to wait? Visit mycnhistore.com and get it done faster. Waupun Equipment Company, Waupun in Watertown. Log on waupunequipment.com and like them on Facebook.
It's not too bad up there.
Go ahead.
Okay, welcome back. Here we're at the Gus and Waupun. Waupun, again, winning 8-0, scoring 8 runs in the first 3 innings. And opportunity to talk now to Derek Stanke, the head coach for the Waupun Warriors. And nice victory here against Ripon. And always nice to get a victory in the first game against the Ripon Tigers, especially when you got to go back over there to Barlow Park the second game.
Both teams returned a lot of the same guys. We were pretty familiar with what they were going to throw at us. And, we're coming off a busy week where we had 5 games and a successful week where we went 5-0 against some good competition. So hopefully we're rolling at the right time and not too early.
Yeah, it's kind of early in the season, but thoughts on that tournament this last weekend, bringing in some pretty good teams and coming out on top, winning the tournament. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we were tested, obviously, with Beloit Turner and West Osha Central. Both games on Saturday we were down, and the boys had a lot of resiliency and were able to fight back. And, we made plays when we had to. We made pitches when we had to. We had a lot of timely hits. We've really been hitting the ball really well the first part of this year, so hopefully that'll continue.
And thoughts about your guys here tonight against Ripon and what really stood out to you?
Well, I think Jake's pitching performance was dominant. We talked about it in practice where we need to control what we can control. And I thought Jake did a really good job mixing speeds and throwing his breaking ball and his splitter and his fastball at any time he wanted in the count. So when you're able to do that, you keep hitters off balance. And as you see, they have 2 or 3 hits there. So, just to try to minimize things that we give them and make them earn them. And I think that's what you saw here tonight was they didn't really strike the ball hard at all with their hits. So, as long as we're pitching to contact and making plays, I think we're in a good spot.
I was going to have Jake do the interview, so I saw in his bio that he wants to be a sportscaster in the future, so I should have had him interview you here. But nice victory here, and I love the way you guys are playing right now.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for coverage.
Okay, Derek Stanke, head coach of the Waupun Warriors, and now we're going to talk to Ethan Cunningham. Had himself a couple of hits here in the game for you, and it looked like I was already calling it a single, that second hit that you got, and you stretched it out and even had to kind of run the shortstop over to get that double earlier in the ball game. So feeling it today against Ripon Tigers, right?
Yeah, Coach Ferris told me to stop, but I felt good. I was going all the way. So.
Well, you ran through the stop sign from the coach over there.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, if you kind of caught him off guard and just long enough to get that extra base out there. What do you think about the team and how they're playing right now?
Right now we're doing good. Big week last week. That gave us some confidence. So let's hope we can keep rallying, keep winning games, and hopefully it'll help us throughout the season.
Okay, great game. 2 for 3 in the game. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, Ethan Cunningham, and your starting pitcher for the game here today for Waupun, and that's Jake Krieger. Again, you've had a couple of nice performances. You had a nice pitching performance in that first game that you pitched in the DeBoer Diamond Classic, and this one here dominating the Ripon hitters today, just giving up 1 hit. So talk about just kind of feeling it right now.
Yeah, I just feel like I got a little more control with my pitches now, and it feels good.
Again, kind of mixing it up just a little bit here against the Tigers, keeping them off balance. Like I said, just 1 hit that you gave up in the ball game here today, and I don't see that you had any walks at all. Also had yourself a hit earlier in the ball game here today. So just talk about your team and what's going on with them right now. You guys are putting a pretty good product out here on the field. Looks like a lot of people doing some good stuff for the team right now.
Yeah, the team feels really good right now. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of teams out there that are, I feel like we can hang with everyone, any team out there. So, we're looking good and keep going, roll it into the playoffs and see how we do.
Okay, Jake Krieger joining us. Congratulations, great game today.
Thank you.
Okay, Jake Krieger joining us on the field, and nice to talk to the coach and a couple of their players. Impressive victory here against the Ripon Tigers, winning 8-0, and we'll send it back up to Jeff up in the booth.
Thanks a lot, Steve, and a good job again by the young men and Coach Stanky. I'm going to click on a different camera for right now. Kind of can see we're up here in this upper window here, so kind of getting the broadcast up there. Let's go through quickly some of the stats that we had for both of the teams here. So pitching for Henry Willett, he had 2 innings pitched. He had 72 pitches, 55% strike percentage. He gave up 8 hits, 7 runs. All of them earned. 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. Mason Killam then came in relief. He pitched 2 innings, had 37 pitches, and a nice job there. 54% on the strike percentage, gave up 4 hits. 1 run was an earned run, and 1 strikeout and 2 walks. And then Coy DeVries came in to finish the 2 innings. He didn't give up any hits. Had 1 strikeout. So the bottom line for Ripon, for the Waupun offense, they had 12 hits, scored 8 runs. All of them were earned. They had 5 strikeouts and 5 walks. Defensively for the Waupun Warriors, pitching-wise, you had Jake Krieger, who was on the mound for 4 2/3 innings, 75 pitches, 60% on the strike percentage. Gave up only 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, no walks, and no runs. And Brady White gave up, he had 1 hit on his 40 pitches that he pitched, 1 walk, and again a combined a shutout, I guess you could say, for the Waupun Warriors, and only giving up 2 earned hits from what they had in their lineup. So a fantastic job here. Waupun rolling, still undefeated in East Central Conference play, and moves their overall record to 12-1. So, Steve, again, a nice game here by the Waupun Warriors.
Yeah, I've been very impressed what they did this past weekend and what they did here against Ripon. And we see how they do when they go and face. We got that little tip from Shannon Marie, said they still have their top 2 pitchers. They got to face Waupun, so we'll see how they do against them at Barlow Park coming up on Thursday. But I really like what they're doing right now, and Coach is very happy with what they're doing right now, and he really likes what he sees from his team. So see if they can keep on building on that and keep up the special season, ranked number 6 in the state right now, and hopefully just kind of keep it going. But a fun game to call and a fun team to be keeping track of right now for us.
Yeah, so thanks again for going down there and getting those interviews, and boys did a nice job. Coach did a nice job as well. And as we've talked about also, this is a young team, so sometimes they don't really know any better, right?
Yeah.
And as they continue to go through here and they continue to build and their confidence, it shows they're out there playing. And like Jake said, they believe that they can beat anybody on any given day. So that's exactly what you want from a young baseball team.
So, again, thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for Shannon Marie being our third broadcaster with us and all the great information that she gave, a little more insight into the Ripon team. And, again, Waupun winning 8-0 here at home against the Ripon Tigers to go 12-1 on the season. Well, everybody stay warm. It's a lot colder out there. We've been kind of spoiled up here. I guess it was warmer than I thought it was up here, but it's freezing out there right now. So everybody stay warm tonight, and we'll talk to you down the road in our next presentation, which hopefully is coming up in a few days. We'll see. But again, this has been Waupun Warrior Baseball, where they won 8-0 over Ripon right here on RP Sports. Have a great Tuesday night.
Radio Plus Sports.
Free throw line, nice back cut, and a find to Cale Peterson. And Gracie Gopalin puts it up, puts it in, gets knocked to the floor and to the free throw line. A little crossover dribble, goes up with the right hand, gets it to go. Waupun on a roll right now. Will go up with the left hand, puts it in. Another steal and a basket for the Randolph Rockets.
Vanderwerf getting the ball to Spies, and she pounds one down and puts it off the arms of Delaney Rudinger and out of bounds. Walda's going to get it near the middle, and DeVries pushes it off to the right.
Off to the races the other way. Throws it up to Emba, throws it down and in. Unbelievable alley-oop to Ben Emba. Throws it down for the two. What a feed into Ben Emba from Will Sines.
Dual feeds Johannes again. That one off the window and in. Johannes to the line.
Thanks to our sponsors in today's game.
Laconia has the basketball with a chance. Madigan gets it in for Engel. Back to Madigan. Spots up. Got it! He scores!
And people, there are your state champions, the Randolph Lady Rockets. Congratulate them on an unbelievable storybook season. Your Waupun Lady Warriors are champions of Division III girls basketball.
The complete broadcast schedule can be found at RadioPlusInfo.com.